born in a broken world. And so in order for us to be living as humans, we've had some form of harm. When little children are raised in an environment of being abused, you can see at any given point of the abuse and neglect cycle, it will continue because that's what a child has known. That's what a child has experienced. That's the only way their life has been. So if you have a mother that's been abused and then she neglects her children because she is in the cycle of abuse and neglect, then the little children will grow up being neglected, and then they'll continue that cycle, and then they'll either abuse others or neglect themselves. If I have an adolescent girl who's coming to us in our residential treatment facility experiencing drug abuse, then she then is at that point of neglecting her needs and then also abusing herself. This girl then would be putting herself at risk and harming her own body, her own future, in order to risk getting free from that and to ease her pain. There's got to be an intervention in the way someone's believing about themselves, about their importance, about something different than what their parents have told them, whether it's verbally or in the way their parents behave toward them. If we can understand as a parent that if we give our children the best we have to offer, and it's not necessarily money. We have a lot of parents who try to buy their children's happiness or buy their children's well-being instead of giving them the time they need to spend with the parent or giving them the boundaries they need. Children will say, I don't like boundaries, but they crave boundaries. And so the best thing we can do for our children is to have a good understanding of who we are as parents. Healthier parents provide the world with healthier children that are pro-social. Children act out and get into the risk and abuse cycle because they're trying to say something to whatever product that they've come from. And so whether it's their parents or even if they have an absent parent, they're still acting out for that parent's attention and love. And so we seek validation, not just from our earthly parents, but we seek validation from a heavenly parent. And sometimes we look for that in a lot of wrong places. And so years ago, I thought to myself, and I talked to my staff, if we start working more with parents, then we could actually find better hope and healing for the girls with which we work with. And so I think if we can help the family unit as a whole to understand that every part of the family is important, even if it's a one-parent family with a one child. But if we can help parents understand that the most difficult thing they can do is look at themselves in the mirror and say, why is my child acting out? It's not really the child acting out. It's what have I done or not done with my child that causes them to want to seek so much attention and put themselves at such risk. A lot of times these kids will just, that we've been working with the last 15 years, will act out, and the parent will focus on their acting out instead of what is my child really trying to say. The parent can break the cycle of abuse and neglect by looking, truly by looking at themselves and holding themselves accountable for being a better parent. I'm just going to say that straight up. There's no easy way to say that. And being a better parent means I have to humble myself and not demand so much respect. I have to humble myself and get into my child's world and to listen better and to focus what my child's heart is saying. If you want to help a child who's been brokenhearted, is to get back and to win that child's heart. It takes sometimes a year, maybe a year and a half. If you have a strong-willed child, or if you have a child that's real deep-rooted emotionally or mentally, and they have a deep soul, it takes a little bit longer. If they have a broken heart, they either repress or they depress, or they become depressed, and they'll either implode their own life or try to take their own life, or if it becomes so difficult for them to handle those feelings, they'll repress them so much that they become depressed. And if they become depressed so much, they'll sacrifice themselves in order to get some relief. if you have a child that's causing an implosion in your family, it's probably really a gift in a weird package. It's a gift because it helps you find the things that shouldn't be there or shouldn't be happening in a family or in the life of a family. And it really allows the parent to find out what's really going on, because usually the children know best what a family needs. They just don't show it straight up out front. They don't know exactly how to go about getting it. So they'll cause a disruption in the family in order for the family to explode or implode, in order for something to make a shift. And parents see this as, oh, this child's a little monster, or they're destroying our family. No, this child is giving you some answers to help your family become healed. But sometimes that stuff has to come out first.
Parenting a teenager is hard. There is no handbook for parenting. But if you want more info, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will definitely give you some more tips.